Introducing the new and improved CSN Chicago app, now with video highlights, scores, and up to the second news on your favorite teams. Download the CSN Chicago app today, available for iPad, iPhone, and Android. Cubs 3, Brewers 2. And she's downloading the new CSN Chicago app. Or she's trying to reverse the latest iPhone upgrade or update. Do you have any issues with it?
Well, yeah, I have had some issues.
Well, they've got the new one, like 8.0.2.
Yeah,
so if you do that, it's supposed to fix it. At any rate,
so now it's an error again on Lucroy.
So Lucroy with the hit had gotten to 300, but yeah, I just don't think there's any way to make that a single. So it is an error on Valbuena.
So a little sloppy there in the third. Started with a leadoff walk to Carlos Gomez. Here's Hector Gomez leading this inning off, and Jokic needs a nice clean inning here. He's got 7, 8, 9 to bat. And he's going to find that strike zone, start working from in front a little bit.
I will say, Tim O'Driscoll's defense, I'm not sure he ever called it an error to begin with. We just assumed it was. I think he waited and waited, called it a hit, and then changed it to an error as Gomez walks. Well, I will say this, and we're already in the 4th inning, so it's kind of an obvious statement, but unless Jokic starts throwing more strikes, he's not going to make it through the requisite 5. Just giving this Brewers offense too many opportunities and good hitters counts. And so far, he's fortunate to give up just the 2 he's allowed.
Yeah, he's dodged a couple bullets.
Here's Segura. Ball 1.
So whether it's something mechanical or just the nerves of the situation, or maybe just giving too much credit to big league hitters, Jokic, this is not the guy who was so good at down AAA this year in terms of the control. As I mentioned, 1.76 walks per 9. That's lights out. That's what he did at Iowa. I was talking to Lopez about it before the game, and he said he's a lot like Hendricks, only from the left side. He has great command.
Aside from an injury, which you never want to see happen, there's almost nothing that could happen to him tonight that wouldn't be considered a good learning experience as he goes into next year. In other words, grinding it out, struggling, those things cannot hurt a young pitcher. With the game not really mattering that much in the standings.
Yeah, it's kind of like a spring training game in some respects, because in spring training it means different things to different people. And the same thing with September baseball when you got 2 teams that are out of the race. Veteran guys a lot of times is like, let's just get this over with and go home. But a young guy like Jokic, you're not going to convince him that this is a meaningless September game.
Yeah, and I would even go so far as to say, I don't think tonight's performance, positive or negative, really affects his standing in the organization or his ability to make the opening day roster next year. I just think it's all about giving him this opportunity before the season ends to actually take the ball to start the game.
Right. He could have come out and thrown 7 shutout innings tonight, or given up 9 runs, and it's not going to affect his standing going into next spring. And he'll go into next spring training as a guy who's going to have a chance to compete for a spot on this ball club, and how he performs tonight is not going to really affect that.
Pretty bloated pitch count here this early in the ball game. He's only got 9 outs. He's made 73 pitches, and he's 2-2 on Segura with the pitcher Nelson on deck. Here it is. Low. to fill it up. We could see Edwin Jackson out of the bullpen at some point tonight, or at least this weekend. Tomahawk into center. It'll drop in front of Caesar. And they have 2 on with nobody out, and a bunting spot coming up for Nelson. Segura is 2 for 2.
Well, after ball 4, a pitch was up out of the strike zone, but he was able to flip it out there into shallow center field for a base hit.
Straley has just grabbed a baseball.
This is Chris Bosio, what, 3rd trip?
Yeah, I think it is. Great to have bullpen coach Lester Strode back with the club. He was away because his dad was very ill and unfortunately passed away a couple of days ago. Lester's out there somewhere. Our condolences to him and his entire family. So great to have the Cubs bullpen coach back here with the ball club to finish up the season. There's Lester, one of our all-time favorites.
Well, let's see what Nelson does here. Obviously, bunting situation. Rizzo's about 30 feet away from him and getting closer. Been so good at influencing this play. You just see it in the body language of the bunter, trying to direct that ball towards third base, all the while keeping an eye on Rizzo. And I think, you know, the more he does this, clubs are just going to let their guy swing. This allows Valbuena to stay home. Basically, Rizzo saying, I got everything. Well, normally that's a read play for the third baseman, but Rizzo's so aggressive. Valbuena doesn't have to cheat in. He can sit back and cover third. Jokic's job here is to throw a strike.
Yep. Give him something he can actually bunt. If he doesn't here, he may not get a chance to face Gomez. As well as you could do it under the circumstances. Out at third. Lopez gets Gomez.
Yeah, there's just, you know, there's nowhere to go when you're bunting up there with Rizzo playing it as aggressively as he does. And Nelson deadens it out in front of home plate, but this becomes the catcher's ball. And Lopez, very quick from behind home plate, nails the lead runner at third.
Well, I'll finish the Lopez story since he just made the play. But yeah, he was a shortstop as a high schooler, and then they went to Boston College. He was redshirted his freshman year, then went to community college back in Florida. He ended up walking on at Florida State, and at one point they said, give me your infielder's glove. They threw it out and handed him a catcher's mitt and said, put on the gear. And here he is in the big leagues. Carlos Gomez, first and second, one away and a strike. And at least in the Cubs organization, JD, when you look at the depth at short, I think Lopez probably looks back on that and is very thankful he's now a catcher. I don't think he would have gotten the big leagues in this organization as a shortstop.
No, he looks a lot more like a catcher than a shortstop to me, and maybe a second baseman. Boy, they're having a hard time getting together here.
Did you see that?
That was an emphatic no.
No. Runner goes from second, and Segura will get third as Gomez strikes out. So Segura gets his 19th steal, but there are 2 outs in the inning.
And a big strikeout by Jokic. I think, Segura probably reading the situation, sensing the frustration of Jokic, figuring, well, he's got all his concentration there at home plate. I'm going to take off, and he gets third base easily with no throw by Lopez.
There have to be a few hitters in that spot who don't like that guy to run, right?
Yeah, a lot of hitters. Yeah,
but that's distracting to them, especially with 2 strikes.
Get a little jumpy. I sensed a little bit of that in the body language of Gomez going back to the dugout.
Yep. Because in the end, Segura at third versus Segura at second with 2 outs. The difference is fairly negligible.
Yeah, that's
from a wild pitcher, a pass ball.
Yeah, and that's a base worth taking early in the count to get over there to third base when the hitter still has a couple of strikes to play with.
One and one to Weeks. Nelson not being held at first. Cut and a miss. 1-2.
It's a lot of pitches per inning. He's really grinding it out.
Bouncer to Baez, and he makes the play this time to get out of the inning. Still 3-2 Cubs.
When it comes to quality, the Hyundai Elantra passes the test with flying colors, along with the accent and the Genesis. A triple crown of quality. The efficiency of the Elantra by Hyundai. Get a new Elantra for 0% APR or get $2,000 retail bonus cash. Visit buyhyundai.com.
And here we go, folks.
It's your favorite hot dog bun, mustard, and overpriced watered-down beer.
Are you sure you want to eat all that? Because you already weigh more than your team's batting average.
Let's just toast to our anniversary. Oh no, it's corked.
Let's just watch the game. I tweeted all of your friends to come over, but I guess no one showed up.
That's okay. I invited one of your friends too.
It's out of here.
Give a real anniversary gift this year. Escape to the Champagne Lodge in Willowbrook. Book your next special memory at the Champagne Lodge today. You know you deserve it.
The DirecTV customers you're about to meet have allowed us to switch their service to Dish Network.
Even though we're paying about the same, we get less. We get channels that we are used to seeing in DirecTV. We don't have it on a comparable package with Dish. What we found out was we were missing some of our favorites. NFL Network wasn't available. Animal Planet, also not available. Nat Geo, not available. And we didn't have Bravo either. All channels that we had on DirecTV with a similar package.
As promised earlier, we have our AT&T fan photo, and it's brought to you by AT&T, our final one of the year. Oh yeah, young Cub fan, very excited about 2015. Or maybe it's indigestion. At any rate, Eric Jokic wearing it tonight. That looks like a man who is had to fight hard through 4 innings, and he has a 1-run lead as he and his catcher talk it out.
There's some nights it goes smoothly. It just all comes out of your hand nicely. You feel like you have real good command, a good idea how you're going to attack the hitters. Other nights it's a battle throughout. That was the case tonight for Jokic.
Logan Watkins is going to bat for Jokic, so he's done after 4. Somebody out of the bullpen can grab a win tonight.
Straley was up. Nobody's throwing currently, but I'm assuming he'll be the guy.
Smacks the first pitch deep to left center. Gomez will have to play the carom. It's a pinch hit double to lead off the inning for Watkins. That was a smash.
Wasting no time. Jumps on the first pitch he sees from Nelson for extra bases. This ball down, but over the heart of the plate.
Big night already for Chris Coughlin. He's homered and doubled and scored twice.
Watkins making an impression off the bench. He's 5 for 11 now as a pinch hitter since coming up.
To knock back Lucroy, banged it off the mask. Here's his night. Second pitch of the ball game. Home run into the bullpen. And then a double right down the first base line.
So Nelson will probably try to throw him a two-seamer away, and he'll line it to left. Tried to change up. He have good feel for it. That's why he doesn't throw it very often.
These two teams have combined to go 1 out of 14 with men in scoring position to this point. Cubs 1 out of 6. Milwaukee 0 for 8.
So basically what you're saying is in all phases of the game here we're seeing some struggles.
I think that's accurate. Like a couple of teams that are out of it. It's not playing a real tight game. Cubs have committed 2 errors. And the pitch popped up. Weeks backpedaling on the outfield grass. 2 hands on it, 1 away.
The Newborn Fan Club is the perfect gift to showcase what it means to be a Cub for life. Receive a customized photo announcing the birth on the Wrigley Field marquee, a Cubs birth certificate, Cubs baby stocking cap, and a Cubs Rookie of the Year onesie. Perfect for parents and friends alike. Visit Cubs.com for more information and to sign up today.
We don't do religion or politics on this show, but can you be a born-again Cubs fan? Can you be like a White Sox or a Cardinal or a Brewer fan and decide
jump on the bandwagon?
You're now a Cub fan, and maybe you could join that club.
Yeah, I'm a newborn fan, and I want a triple XL onesie. Yeah.
So Marco Estrada up in the bullpen. And a ground ball into left center for a base hit. Watkins was headed back to the bag, and now he'll try to score, and he will. Boy, that was a strange developing play as Baez just hit the daylights out of that ground ball. He hit it so hard. Segura had no shot at it, but Watkins thought he was going to have to go back to second, and he ended up scoring on the play. Watch that.
Yeah, you know, the ball in front of you, you're taught to at least hold your ground. He retreats towards second base, still manages to scamper around and score. That's a good aggressive send by Gary Jones with Carlos Gomez's arm out there in center field.
So Baez is 3 for 3 tonight, and that'll be it for the starter Nelson. The Cubs now leading 4-2. We'll be back.
It's here, Ford's Great American Tailgate Event, featuring America's best-selling brand. Introducing Ford Edge, Explorer, Escape, and the 2015 Ford Expedition, all powered by EcoBoost technology. Hurry in to Ford's Great American Tailgate Event. Now save on most Ford SUVs and crossovers with 0% financing for 72 months and pay no interest for 6 years.
Refreshment calls, Coors Light answers.
Anybody else?
Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
All right, people, we got a big one here. There's an escaped convict out there. He is to be considered armed, dangerous, and depraved.
And in even bigger news, with Net10 Wireless and Rent-A-Center, everyone can get the best smartphones on the nation's best networks. No long-term contracts, credit checks, or deposits.
Is that true?
Yeah, is that for real?
It's for real. Go to Rent-A-Center and get the latest Samsung smartphones with no long-term contracts, credit checks, or deposits. Net10 and Rent-A-Center. Better smartphones for everyone.
Former starter turned reliever Marco Estrada is on in relief for Jimmy Nelson.
Estrada, fastball, curveball, and a changeup. Fastball, high 80s, low 90s. Not going to blow it by. He works up in the strike zone. He's an extreme fly ball pitcher, and this year, too many of those fly balls have left the ballpark for him. That's why he got moved from the rotation to the bullpen. He's allowed 29 long ones on 149 innings this year.
Cubs leading by a couple. Busy night for that guy, Gary Jones. That's always good. Here comes Rizzo. Well, the Diamondbacks have fired Kirk Gibson as their manager and also let go former Cub coach and Diamondbacks bench coach Alan Trammell. Dave Stewart's now the new general manager, and Tony La Russa running their baseball department. A lot of changes in Phoenix going into 2015.
Yeah, it felt like that was coming once they made the change with the general manager that Gibson would likely go either right away or at the end of the season. And I was kidding around the other day. I thought, gee, I wonder if they'll bring in Eck to fire Gibson just to get the revenge for the World Series home run he hit off of him.
Change up in there on the inside corner. Rizzo not so sure. 0-2.
Marco Estrada has allowed 1.75 home runs for every 9 innings pitched. That's the highest home run rate among pitchers who have pitched at least 100 innings in the big leagues this year.
We can even say it this way. He's given up the most homers. 29. Yeah. That will reach the seats.
So that's the most in terms of just raw numbers as well?
Yes. So nobody's given up 30 yet.
Yeah, he's
close. So if I go back, I'm going to just for fun, back to the year 2000. Okay.
Yeah. Jose Lima probably
gave up 48 that year, but the top 10, everybody gave up at least 32. Nobody has allowed 30 this year.
Back.
The ball got away. Baez is going to stay, however, at second. Well, how about this? That there are two guys in the National League with 30 home runs. Stanton and Rizzo. That's it. Stanton will lead the league with 37. Rizzo has 31. Nobody else has more than 28. Drives this ball out into deep right. Braun will not catch it. It'll one-hop the barrier. Baez around third. He'll score. Rizzo slides in at second with a double. And I hope he's all right. He's got that back thing, and you know, he hasn't been running at 100%, and that was kind of a cautious slide. And anytime you try to be too cautious, you're in danger of hurting yourself even more. I hope he's all right. Okay, a little smile. That's good.
Change up off the outside part of the plate, but up a little bit. His 75th RBI for Rizzo this year.
5-2. Run charged to the starter Nelson. Off the end of the bat, Soler pops it up. And Gomez has it. I've noticed Anthony running the bases, just being a little bit cautious. He kind of pulled up, and I think he's all right. That's a big load. A large man. And I don't think people realize how big he is until they meet him for the first time. They go, wow, you are put together. In there on Valbuena. Challenged him with a fastball, and he missed it.
The Pittsburgh Pirates trail the Cardinals by 1 game. They have a 3-1 lead over the Reds in the 9th. Cardinals just underway, trail the Diamondbacks 1-0, bottom of the first in Phoenix. Pittsburgh club has just been relentless here. Cardinals are playing good ball, but they're playing a little bit better. Got a chance to overtake them this weekend. That'll be fun to watch.
Shallow left field. Chris Davis on the move. And the inning is over. The Cubs add to their lead with a couple. It's 5-2 in the 5th.
You might have noticed things are looking pretty good at Southwest. Our dazzling smiles, our incredible good looks, our new ride, and some shiny new nonstops ready for takeoff. You're going to need more reasons to travel, because flying new nonstops on Southwest is looking pretty good. Book your low fare now at southwest.com.
Chili's $20 dinner for 2, featuring fajitas with grilled chicken or new pork carnitas. Share an app and choose 2 delicious entrees, like our new fajitas. It's one of the many options on Chili's $20 dinner for 2. More life happens here.
Hi, everybody. It's Pat Hughes from Binny's Beverage Depot. What an amazing starting lineup. I'm looking out at over 6,000 wines, plus the all-star team at Binny's are the most knowledgeable and friendly in the business. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
It's here. Ford's Great American Tailgate Event. Featuring America's best-selling brand. Introducing Ford Edge, Explorer, Escape, and the 2015 Ford Expedition. All powered by EcoBoost technology. Hurry in to Ford's Great American Tailgate Event. Now save on most Ford SUVs and crossovers with 0% financing for 72 months and pay no interest for 6 years.
Hi, I'm David Kaplan with a Coors Light Cold Hard Facts Sportsnet Central update. Monday afternoon, be sure to join us at 3 p.m. for our special coverage of Bulls Media Day. Mark Janowski, Will Purdue, live from the new Advocate Center with Gar Foreman, Tom Thibodeau, Derek Rose, Pau Gasol, and Joakim Noah are all expected to meet with the media, and we'll bring it all to you live. That's Monday at 3 p.m. right here on Comcast Sportsnet. Now let's go back to Len and JD in Milwaukee.
5-2, the Cubs have the lead, bottom of the 5th, and into the bullpen we go. Dan Straley, as JD likes to call him, Straley Dan.
Straley Dan, he's pitched 13 times, 1-3 with a 688 earned run average.
A19.
On purpose?
I don't know. He's too young to know.
I don't know.
Straley Dan, isn't he?
Maybe Otis gave it to him.
A little inside joke. Well, he'll try to do Eric Jokic's dirty work. Now, you know what? I gotta stop. Right there. Sorry. Ball, no strikes, and we'll do it again. Fouled off, 1-1.
Now I'm wondering if everything you say is a Steely Dan reference. We'll do it again. 1-1. That was on the B side.
Just outside by a peg.
I want to see you work Josie in.
Will get out of play. 2-2 to Braun.
Braun, as we mentioned, struggling down the stretch here. Just about all the everyday guys have scuffled in September. He's hitting .222 this month, coming into play tonight.
Croy on deck. Lined out into the alley, and it'll get to the wall past Caesar. It's a double.
Slider without a lot of depth. Double number 30 for Braun. With his next home run, he'll move into second place in Brewers franchise history. He'll He's currently tied with Prince Fielder with 230. Robin Yount with 251 leads the way.
Lucroy with the Braun's 30th double of the year. Strike one. Popped up. Foul territory, and it's Valbuena right near the Cub dugout. One away. Davis. The Brewers, they miss an impact left-handed bat, don't they? Probably. I don't think you. Ultimately, you just want the best hitters you can find, but they're pretty right-handed. We've got Scooter Gennett, but he's kind of a top or bottom of the order hitter, not a middle guy.
So they kind of need like a Prince Fielder kind of guy.
Yeah. Yeah, that guy. Jokic chatting with his teammate Kyle Hendricks, who was supposed to start on Sunday, but around 180 innings all told this year, and the Cubs just decided there's really no sense in sending him out on Sunday, so it'll be Jacob Turner instead.
So you would say the top priority on the shopping list for the Brewers this winter would be a left-handed power bat.
Yeah, I mean, and again, it doesn't have to be a first baseman. If they, decided, look, we can get an outfielder, maybe a corner guy who could fit the bill, then you could move Braun on the first.
Well, their pitching is good. Garza, Peralta, this kid tonight obviously has a big time arm. Nelson, if he can figure it out. Gallardo, solid, not spectacular. Palos, for the most part, has been good. Gallardo could be a free agent. The Brewers have an option on him.
Davis strikes out. 2 away.
My point being, I'm guessing that they're still going to be in go for it mode, right?
Yeah, I would think so.
I mean, the fans have responded here in the last few years to the Brewers. Boy, missed that one by 1.5 feet. Brewers have the 8th best attendance in Major League Baseball. They're averaging better than 34,000 per game here.
Looking at some left-handed hitting outfielders or first baseman who could be available. Adam Lind, Adam LaRoche. Well, I guess those guys have options, so not true free agents just yet. Seth Smith would be available, and again, not a.
Yeah, but I think they extended him this summer.
Did they?
Yeah, I think they did.
I think you're right.
I think back when the Padres had absolutely nobody else who was hitting, they said we better lock this guy up.
They did. So he's there through next year, through 16 with a team option after that. Good call.
And depending on organizational depth, maybe they have somebody on the farm or pieces that they could trade to acquire that player. Maybe it doesn't have to be a free agent.
Overbay swings and misses, 1-1.
And I guess that's the thing about when you think about the Cubs and their future, with all these kids on the way, really talented young guys, and we're all excited about it. But it's not a static situation. It's not like the other teams in the division aren't going to get better or aren't already good. Pirates, to me, they're built to last. Looks like they're going to be around, tough to beat for a while now. Seems to always be the case with the Cardinals.
Overbay hitting for Rogers. Fair ball, and Overbay arguing with a home plate umpire, Ben Mays. He's tagged out. And here comes Ron Renicky. So we're going to keep it here for a second. Looked fair to me. Right in front of home plate. Yep. Job by Lopez to go get it. So that's it for the inning. It's 5-2 Cubs after 5.
Refreshment calls, Coors Light answers.
Anybody else?
Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
As I drove across on the highway, my Jeep began to rock.
Jeep Wrangler, the best 4x4 vehicle of the decade. Jeep Cherokee with up to 31 highway MPG. And Jeep Grand Cherokee, the most awarded SUV ever. Experience the best-selling SUV brand at the Jeep Celebration event. Get $500 Celebration event bonus cash for a total cash allowance of $2,000 on select Jeep Cherokee models.
Charlie, the demand on this network, it is increasing by the second.
It's crazy, huh?
And people are relying on it more than ever. We cover more than 99% of all Americans.
No, I can't imagine living without it. It's a place where people can come share knowledge and ideas. It's beautiful.
That's deep, Charlie.
My selfie just hit 100 likes. 100!
AT&T is building you a better network.
Presenting the CSN Chicago Back to Football Contest. Enter now for your chance to win a $500 gift certificate or one of two $250 gift certificates. Log on to shop.csnchicago.com.
White Sox, Royals, tomorrow at 5:30 on CSN.
Clark is the official team mascot of the Cubs and can be part of your next gathering this offseason. From charity events to birthday parties, he is available year-round. Email him directly at clark@cubs.com or visit cubs.com/Clark for more information on how to book Clark for your special event.
Overbay stays in and plays first after hitting for Rogers in the 1-0 from Estrada. Alcantara went after the high fastball and foul tipped. Do you know how much Miller Park weighs?
72,000 pounds.
It's a little light. No. How about 500,000 tons?
500,000 tons.
The roof itself
that was close.
Is 12,000 tons. It's Justin Grimm.
I was one way a ballpark. Did the ballpark, did Miller Park have clothes on?
It's a heavy ballpark.
When it got weighed? Yeah. Just sliding that little thing across the top of the bar.
The size of excavation. 16,500 full dump trucks. Just kind of some fun facts. The height of the roof at its peak, 330 feet. I think that's about 30 stories, if I'm not mistaken. Did a nice job here. Best thing is that we play even if we have bad weather. Ground ball to short. Segura and get Alcantara.
Yeah, it's a lot prettier when the roof is open and you're letting the daylight or the night sky, but they do have the panels in the outfield, so even when it is buttoned up, they can open those panels out there, left and right field, get some fresh air in.
Daniel Schell just tweeted us, any idea how many fans the Brewers drew this season in pounds? I don't know the answer to that. A strike on Caesar, and it's 0-1. Pirates a 3-1 winner at Cincinnati. Half game behind the Cardinals, who are trailing 2-1 in the second at Arizona. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Stayed soft with Caesar, breaking ball, a couple of changeups. 2 quick outs here in the Cubs' 6th.
I was curious. Alan Trammell let go by the Diamondbacks, but he is going to manage the Diamondbacks this weekend. That's classy, isn't it?
Yeah.
And a lot of guys, when told they're not coming back, they pack up and head out that day. Lopez with a little floater and a base hit. Just parachuted it out into left center for a 2-out single. Here's Mike Olt off the bench.
Threw it soft, hit it soft. Change up begets a flare. It's a base hit for Lopez.
Bring on Rick Kranitz, the Brewers pitching coach, as Olt will hit for Straley.
So I was looking at some stuff on Ron Renicky earlier, fine manager of the Milwaukee Brewers. And Renicky was an outfielder in his playing days. He had 17 career Major League home runs.
Okay.
Not a whole bunch, right? But Tom Seaver was his very first. He got Hershiser, Jerry Royce, Frank Viola, John Franco, Dave Dravecky. I mean, he didn't pick on any slouches, I guess is my point.
Right. He was a switch hitter, so obviously hit a lot of homers right-handed. On Olt, there's Coghlan on deck.
To only have 17 in your career and to be able to say you got Seaver in your book, that's pretty good stuff. Very first Major League home run off Tom Terrific.
Hit 2 off Dave Dravecky, the only multi-homer game of his career on June 23rd of '83. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and the inning is over. 5-2 Cubs.
What are you doing? Pull up! We're too low!
I know, but isn't Wisconsin beautiful in the fall? Hiking in the cool, crisp air, so many pretty fall colors.
We're too low, Roger! The trees!
You can call me Kareem if you want.
Kareem? We're too low, Kareem!
Did you know I won my first NBA championship here?
You're out of your mind!
I know. Why did I ever leave this place?
You were young.
Hi there, Kelly and Pat, inviting you to join us for Sportsnet Central. We'll have highlights from both your Chicago baseball teams.
Not only highlights, but reaction as the Hawks host the Rangers, plus the latest on the Bears and the Ryder Cup.
4.
Know that chasing performance can mean lower returns and fewer choices in retirement.
Know that proper allocation could help increase returns so you can enjoy that second home sooner.
Know the right financial plan can help you save for college and retirement. Hi.
Know where you stand with PNC Total Insight, a new investing and banking experience with personalized guidance and online tools. Visit a branch, call, or go online today.
You have just 20 days to save 20% at NTB. Right now, save 20% on select in-stock big brand tires. Goodyear and Yokohama, 20% off. Hankook, Pirelli, and more, 20% off. Even save 20% on select services like premium oil changes, brake pad installation, and more, 20% off. Our new look means new savings, so hurry to NTB. You only have 20 days to save. NTB Tire and Service Centers. That's all you need.
The Cubs page on CSNChicago.com.
Sausages to your mark, set, go. And they're off. And it's a good start. Wow, look at Bratwurst.
Pretty much a brat from start to finish, as it should be. The stadium must be.
No one can catch Bratwurst.
Polish there making a valiant effort at the end, but just coming up a little bit short.
Who's going to break that red?
I feel like I should have a brat tonight. I'm not going to.
It's Bratwurst from start to finish.
So if you had the Bratwurst Polish perfecta, you're cashing your ticket in. Or exacta, or whatever you call it.
Here's Justin Grimm. 72nd appearance. And he'll face the third baseman Hector Gomez. Strike for Konerko will be honored tomorrow. The south side of Chicago. He's going to hang it up just like Derek Jeter. Interesting to see if Paulie ends up back in uniform after taking some time off to be with his family, as he should. Breaking ball hammered into the left field corner. Gomez on his way to second. He's got a double. What a career. And most of it with the White Sox. ALCS MVP in 05. 13 years of at least 20 home runs.
Six times an All-Star for Konerko, who Not a Hall of Famer, but all of really good.
Second best offensive player in White Sox history behind Frank Thomas. And an all-around good guy. Real quotable in terms of just being as honest as you can be as a major league player in terms of the things that you can do and you can't do. And he was always a grinder, a guy who worried a lot. Part of what made him great. Segura swings and misses. Really good breaking ball.
The breaking ball that Gomez hit was not particularly good, and I'm sure Grimm a little frustrated because he'd thrown that first fastball right by him. Didn't look like Gomez had a chance to catch up to the heater. There he is at second base. Ron had a leadoff double in the fifth, but did not advance.
Got him on the high fastball. You see Phil Hughes, the Twins did offer him a chance to get an out this weekend to kick in the $500,000 bonus, and he politely turned it down.
Yeah, well, he also has a record. Right. He also has a record at stake. And if he were to, he's got the. You mentioned the other day.
Strikeouts to walk.
Yeah, strikeout to walk record. He surpassed Brett Saberhagen in that department the other day. So if he were to come in and pitch and walk a guy and not strike anybody out,
he would lose the record.
He would lose that record.
Here's Scooter Gennett for Estrada.
Maybe what they ought to do is just to take that money and say, you know what,
give it to charity.
Yeah, you're a third of an inning away. Let's just we'll give it to you, but and then we'll give it to your favorite charity.
I was thinking the same thing. I think that'd be a nice gesture. Fastball strike. You ever work with this kind of thing?
I don't know.
In the bullpen?
Nope. I've seen a similar device. A few years ago, I was working with a high school kid down in Texas, and he had a bar. It was longer than that. He would exercise his shoulder with it. No, we didn't have any of those fancy things back in the day. We had cans of sand.
So you sand from Kansas?
Yeah, we took
cans of. Okay. Kansas sand.
Make little weights out of them. Did the Rice thing one year, one off season. Gus Heflin was a long time conditioning coach of the Phillies, and he was really into martial arts. Steve Carlton did a lot of this. You take the big bucket full of rice, and then you squeeze and release and squeeze and release, and work your hand all the way down to the bottom. Builds the hand and wrist, forearm strength.
Did you feel like it worked?
Yeah, but I didn't do it enough. Bored. I saw mouse droppings in it later on. I just got grossed out. Went in the other room and shot pool. Gave it a go. What's it going to do? Get me from like 84 to 85?
There's mouse poop involved. I'm out. 2-2 on Jeanette. Here it is. Strike three. He got him looking.
Brewers at risk of stranding back-to-back leadoff doubles. A couple of punch-outs after the two-base hit by Gomez from Grimm. And no surprise, Grimm has been just outstanding in the second half of the season. And we talked the other day. We've had a lot of these conversations lately as the season winds down about the top stories and the power arms of the bullpen's been part of the conversation. But the turnaround from Grimm has been really, really nice to see.
Gomez came out of his shoes on that swing.
Justin was kind of a head scratcher, about mid-season. Said, man, I think we're going to get, see more out of Justin Grimm. And then, boy, he made a little bit of a mechanical adjustment or just decided to trust his stuff, whatever it was. Chris Bosio waving his magic wand. It's been really impressive. Guys, they don't stop working. Game planning, living and dying with every pitch. Here it is, 3 days left in the season. You can just see it on Bosio's face.
2-1.
Like he's trying to channel his thoughts to Lopez, what he wants to throw here.
Ground ball past the diving Valbuena. And it's 5-3 as Gomez scores. So Gomez knocks in Gomez. Carlos drives in Hector.
Trying to go outer third with a fastball, and it stayed out over the middle of the plate. Valbuena not able to knock it down. Ball was really struck sharply there by Gomez. He tends to hit the ball hard.
Weeks has walked, reached on an error, picked off, and then grounded out to short. 0 for 2. Big lead by Gomez, and Grimm will throw. And he's back at first.
34 steals for Gomez. He's been caught 12 times. Surprised Weeks didn't ask for time there. Grimm held the ball for so long. Eric Jokic went 4 innings, allowed 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 of which was earned. He walked 4, struck out 2, allowed a home run. That was to Segura in the second, a solo shot. Dan Straley, 1 scoreless inning with a hit and a strikeout. And this is Grimm's first inning of work, and in all likelihood last.
Two-run lead here in the 6th.
Say this much for two teams that are out of it. They're grinding out the at-bats. You know, guys aren't giving up ABs. They're taking pitches. They're working counts. Nobody's in that I'm ready to hit the golf course mode just yet.
There goes Gomez, and Weeks just got drilled.
He gets hit a lot, as throughout his career.
Is the 125th time he's been hit. And has led the league 2 different times in that category. Chris Bosio out for what, the 5th time tonight?
If he's wearing one of those little Fitbits, it's probably buzzing just from his trips to the mound tonight.
Meantime, the Royals are 3 outs away from making the playoffs for the first time since 1985. They've got a 3-1 lead over the White Sox in Chicago tonight. We'll keep you posted.
And
Detroit lost 11-4 to the Twins.
That would put the Royals 1 behind Detroit. Angels have locked up home field advantage throughout the American League playoffs.
Gomez is second, Weeks at first. That hit Braun. No, it hit the bat. It hit something. And I think Braun is convinced it hit him.
Look at Braun. Despite the call, he's just taking his base anyway.
You can't go to first until they let you, Ryan.
Ben made the home plate umpires asking for a little help here, see if anybody saw it differently, and they're going to go to the video.
Renicky challenged. And Braun will walk to first. Yeah, hit him in the back elbow. Yep. So back-to-back hit by pitches. Clearly. Yep.
Well, and you know, especially in the case of Braun, he's really good middle away. You have to pitch him in. That's just misfortune for Grimm. It wasn't a horrible pitch. He's reacting to the video here on the big board. Cleveland still has a mathematical chance, correct? With 3 back in the wild card starting play tonight. So they would need to win out, and Oakland would have to lose all their ball games. They'd be tied. Seattle's still in the mix as well. Cleveland winners tonight 1-0 behind Corey Kluber. He went 8 shutouts, struck out 11.
Well, what a year he's had. This is the only major issue I have with replay. It obviously hit him. We saw it, and in about 3 seconds we knew that it had hit him. Yes, this will end up taking 2.5 minutes when it's all said and done.
Yeah.
And it just.
There's some plays when they review and you go, oh, this could take a while. This could take any number of looks.
They may be saying, well, maybe it hit the glove. So they got it right. Lopez instead of his elbow, but it was a pretty easy one to overturn. So they're loaded for Lucroy.
you had asked me before the year who Corey Kluber was, I might be able to say, I think he pitches for Cleveland.
18-game winner.
But yeah, now, boom. He had a breakout year. I mean, he won 11 for them last year. But he's grabbed a lot of headlines with his work this season.
Final 5 starts, 5-0 with a 1.12.
He's got a WAR 6.9. He's above replacement.
Strike one. A long half inning for Justin Grimm, our AT&T U-verse multi-view. He held up. Chop to third. Valbuena will beat Weeks to the bag. They get 1 and lead 3. 5-3 Cubs.
Know that chasing performance can mean lower returns and fewer choices in retirement.
Know that proper allocation could help increase returns so you can enjoy that second home sooner.
Know the right financial plan can help you save for college and retirement.
Hi. Know where you stand with PNC Total Insight, a new investing and banking experience with personalized guidance and online tools. Visit a branch, call, or go online today.
It's a new NFL football season, and the highlights start here with the game-changing GMC Acadia. With an advanced seating system and easy access third row, get into the game at GMC's kickoff event. Kick off the season right and lease this 2014 GMC Acadia with an EPA estimated 24 highway MPG for around $299 per month. Only from GMC, the official vehicle of the NFL.
Cullerton, Madigan, Blagojevich, Quinn. Together they've been in Springfield over 100 years. They've taken millions from taxpayers for themselves. And what have they given us? Record job losses, painful tax increases, billions in debt, and the worst pension crisis in America. Corruption, patronage, cronyism, investigations, prison. Now Pat Quinn wants 4 more years? 100 years of failure is enough.
Tonight, catch High School Lights on Comcast Sportsnet for the stories behind the season and can't miss highlights from the field. Your home for high school scores and highlights is High School Lights, presented by Allstate. Tonight at 11 on Comcast Sportsnet.
Hi there, Kelly and Pat, inviting you to join us for Sportsnet Central. We'll have highlights for both your Chicago baseball teams.
Not only highlights, but reaction as the Hawks host the Rangers, plus the latest on the Bears and the Ryder Cup.
4.
Cubs 5, Brewers 3, and we head to the 7th here. Cubs Authentics provides the perfect gift for the sports memorabilia collector in your family. This offseason, visit Cubs.com/authentics to bid on weekly auction items, including MLB authenticated game-used baseballs, jerseys, bases, and so much more. For more information, call 773-404-4753.
Ex-Cub Tom Gorzolani and Chicago area native will take over with his team trailing by a couple. Hasn't given up much.
No, he's been very stingy at 22 appearances. He'll be a free agent. What do you have, elbow?
Coming back from shoulder surgery. He was on the DL until mid-June. In the dirt, ball 1 on a breaker to Coghlan. 1-1.
So this weekend, the Cubs conducting their exit interviews with their players. With the referee calling players into his office this afternoon. Theo Epstein's here in town, and just chatting with guys what the expectations are for them in the offseason.
Coghlan gets hit on the elbow. 3 hit batters here in the last 5 minutes or so.
I think he had a pad on there. That's, you can kind of hear it on plastic. See that little brace he's wearing. Did its job.
Baez sends one to center. This will be the first out he's made tonight. 3 for 4 as Gomez makes the catch.
Neil Ramirez getting ready. We'll have the bottom of the 7th.
Here's the thing about possible warnings being issued. I don't think anything that's happened here in the last inning has been intentional, including Gorzolani's pitch. But because Rizzo stands right on top of the plate, he could get hit here. And I could see warnings being issued and really probably shouldn't be.
Yeah, so far I think Ben May handled it just right. There's been no intent on any of these pitches.
3-0.
And Ben May knows that Anthony Rizzo is right on top of home plate because you can tell he's trying to peek around him. Because umpires like to set up inside the catcher, to the inside of the catcher's right shoulder, so they're out of harm's way for foul tips. But when he does that, he's looking at Rizzo's hands. So he's trying to peek around the corner there.
Ball 4.
Right-handed hitter up there. May will slide to the other side.
Soler without a hit tonight, but a broken bat ground out in the 3rd did not get a run. Double tap of the bat on the back shoulder as he gets ready to hit. 1-1. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the former or a future big league coach and maybe manager John Baker. Soler pounds it on the ground foul. Kick, the pitch, another foul. Cubs trying to add on, leading by 2 here in the 7th.
Orsolani broke in with the Pirates back in 2005. He's a starting pitcher for most of his career. 14-game winner in 2007.
That will get in. Right field, a base hit. Coughlin around third. He's going to score, and Braun's throw will go to the middle of the diamond. So Soler just has been an RBI magnet since he's come up. He's now driven in 20 in just 22 games. 6-3.
Cubs have had some soft hits in this game, but they count. This one drives in a run.
First and third. Ball 1 to Valbuena. Ball 2. This is again outside on a fastball at 92. 3-0. Owens got shut out in the first game of that doubleheader we mentioned in Washington. Scored 15 runs in the nightcap, winning 15-7. 22 hits.
That's bad distribution.
Yeah, so they lost 4-0 and then won 15-7. Could have won 10-7 and 5-4.
Yeah.
Not how it works, though. They're loaded. Comes Ron Renicky. That'll be it for Gorzolani. A run in, and the bases are full of Cubs, leading 6-3 in the 7th.
This is Lydia's new Honda Civic EXL. It comes with tons of cool standard features, like touchscreen display audio. And it's the only compact car with lane watch to help her keep an eye on most everything in her blind spot. Start something special now with the Civic, the best-selling car in its class. Visit your local Honda dealer today.
When you told me about this Candy Crush game, at first I thought, so what? But now I can't stop playing.
That's not how it works.
I mean, it's so simple. It's like my car insurance, I saved 15% in 15 minutes.
Well, Esurance could have saved you money in half that time.
3 in a row. Sweet.
15 minutes for a quote isn't so sweet.
Level 2.
Start with a quote from Esurance and you can save money on car insurance in half the time. Welcome to the modern world. Esurance, backed by Allstate. Click or call.
It's another rainy night in the city, the kind that can put a roof to the test. Chicago's weather sure can throw a lot at you, so it's nice to know someone you can trust, a champion, is watching over your roof. Look throughout the city and you're bound to see buildings protected by the one thing that matters, a quality roof installed by Champion Roofing. Don't trust your roof to anyone other than a champion.
The most popular way to follow the September pennant races is with MLB.com at bat, the #1 live baseball app. Enjoy live look-ins, replay reviews, scores, live radio broadcasts, the MLB.TV game of the day, and more. Get it back for your smartphone or tablet on the App Store or go to MLB.com. The Royals are in. For the first time since 1985, they are playoff bound. As Brandon Kinsler is on to work here in Milwaukee, 6-3 Cubs, bases loaded, 1 away.
Kinsler worked a scoreless inning in their ball game yesterday against Cincinnati. There was a lot of sliders, 2-seam fastballs, run sinking action, and sliders for the most part. So the Royals win. They're 88-72. Tigers are 89-71.
Contra the batter.
That leaves one wild card spot in the American League. A's 2 games better than Seattle. Starting play today. 3 better than Cleveland.
The Angels have home field advantage throughout the postseason. They've clinched the best record in baseball. It's because the Orioles lost to the Blue Jays.
A's are about to beat the Rangers 6-2, bottom of the 9th in Arlington. Seattle hosting the Angels. Weaver and Iwakuma pitching tonight. A 3-0 Seattle lead, top of the 3rd. Kazmir good for Oakland tonight. 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run.
Double play. Soler doubled off second. Stretch time 6-3 Cubs.
That looks good.
Yeah, I gotta eat right this fall. I'm doing Crop Fit.
What's Crop Fit?
Hardcore fitness based on 19th century farming practices.
Pick the pumpkin! Pick it, pick it, pick it, pick it! Hold the plow, son. That's it. Grab the apple. Grab it, grab it, grab it. I know it's a barn raiser.
This is not a one-man job! That sounds intense.
That's one word for it.
However you stay fit this fall, start at Subway. Lots of great tasting low-fat sandwiches like the Subway Club with ham, turkey, and roast beef. Subway, eat fresh.
When you get a Honda Accord, you get more than just a car. You get a soundtrack for your morning commute, a better view of your surroundings, a way to stay connected while staying on track. And you're getting Kelley Blue Book's most trusted brand for a great price. So start something special at the Accord clearance event, where well-qualified customers can lease a 2014 Accord at $189 a month. Now at your Honda dealer.
I fix my heart and my broken bones. If I can stand up on my own, don't make me stand alone. Lift me up so I can see the light. When the sun goes down, I will lay in your arms tonight. Don't be afraid, don't be afraid. Your heart's been repaid.
Tomorrow, the White Sox and Royals clash in a Central Division battle at U.S. Cellular Field. Coverage starts at 5:30 with White Sox pregame live, presented by Lexus of Merrillville. White Sox Royals tomorrow at 5:30 on CSN.
Hard throwing right-hander Neil Ramirez works here in the bottom of the 7th. The Cubs leading the Brewers 6-3.
A little bumpy of late for Neil, but overall an outstanding year. 151 ERA, 41 innings, 41 2/3 to be exact. He's allowed 29 hits, 16 walks, 51 strikeouts. Dominant stuff. Good numbers for Ramirez. He's getting married soon. Asking him in the clubhouse today, say, hey, you got any big plans for the offseason? Yeah, I'm getting married. Well, that would be a big plan.
That would qualify as big.
They're excited.
You know, if we think about what's left to accomplish with the Reds losing tonight, if the Cubs hang on here, they'll have to win their final 2, and the Reds would have to lose both to the Pirates, who have obviously a lot of incentive to sweep that series. Now, the Cubs could end up in a tie for 4th with Cincinnati. Looking for their 72nd victory of the year here in game 160 tonight.
It sure is a pretty bat he's got. That Rosewood?
Yeah. Called strike.
What if they'd let you use a yellow bat? That's what I would like to do.
Don't know if there are any restrictions on the color of the bat.
I'm going to guess there are.
Yeah, it can't be white, probably.
It seems like something they would have covered.
Any reason why you'd want a yellow bat?
Just be different. An orange one, like those big orange wiffle ball bats. See, that's kind of pitch that gets everybody's attention after there's been a couple hit batters. Was that intentional? What was he trying to do there? No, it just got away.
(3-2) on Davis. Overbay next.
Jeremy Guthrie for the Royals tonight, coming up big. 7 innings of shutout baseball against the Sox. Runs his record to 13-11. Hector Noesi got the loss. He's 8-12.
Knocked down by Alcantara, and they'll get him. He couldn't catch the liner, but he was able to corral it and make the play. 4-3 for the out.
Kind of a funky looking play, wasn't it?
Yep.
Overplayed it. Hit him on the. Appeared to hit him on the heel of his glove, maybe his wrist. Quickly to see, man, he's cat-like. He got up in no time. A little surge of adrenaline there. Watch how quickly he gets to his feet and gets his throw off.
Ramirez with a 1-0. One fouled off the mask of catcher Lopez.
Overbay will be a free agent at the end of the year. Not his first rodeo. He's been around a long time.
Ramirez has the sign. They're going to go up and in here. Didn't hit the spot. 2-2.
Yeah, it's weird. Lopez showing up and in, and Ramirez threw a slider or something.
It's 86.
But you wouldn't throw up and in unless he wanted to throw him a cutter or something. The velocity didn't match where Lopez was set up. Didn't really fit.
Popped him up. Shallow left field. 3 Cubs in the area, and it'll be Coughlin from behind.
Jonathan Neese, pitching for the Mets tonight, had to come out of the ball game with an elevated heart rate. Not the first time that's happened to him.
That's never a good thing. Talking about Corey Kluber, did you mention the Indians set the team strikeout record?
I did not.
Past the Tigers, who had the previous record last year, 14-28. Indians hit 14-29. I guess the Rays can also pass that.
Yeah, there's an epidemic of strikeouts. Yeah, the Rays came in and struck out 50 Cubs in that 3-game series, didn't they?
Yeah, there are a lot of swings and misses. Yep. Gomez fouls. 0-2 the count. Hector Gomez.
The Blue Jays beat the Orioles 4-2. Hutchison beat Tillman. Stroman, the kid who pitched the shutout against the Cubs, got the save.
So the Mariners are in dire straits. They have an elimination number of 1. If Oakland wins another game or Seattle loses one, they're done. Speaking of dire straits, Sports Illustrated tweeted, "Money for Nothing" was the #1 song the last time the Royals made the playoffs. Foul ball.
Yeah, was it the I think it was a Phil Niekro reference tweet somebody put out earlier too, and I don't know if it was about the Royals, but it was something along the lines. I think it was the last time the Royals were in the postseason, Phil Niekro was active. He's now 74 years old or whatever he is.
Ramirez has not allowed a base runner, but he's made 18 pitches. This is the 3rd batter he's faced this 7th inning.
Keeping with the theme of the game, really.
Yep. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So it is a 1-2-3 for Ramirez. We go to the 8th, 6-3 Cubs.
It all comes down to this. Danny Walker at the plate, bottom of the 9th, 2 outs.
Come on, Danny, this is it.
Walker digs in.
Really wish I could finish this, but I'm so tired. Gotta get up in a few hours.
Stream your favorite movies with UVerse high-speed internet. With AT&T, the UVerse revolves around you.
Some things are not what they appear to be. Other things are exactly what they appear to be. The Lexus IS, as aggressive as it looks. Lease the 2014 IS 250 for $349 a month for 27 months. See your Lexus dealer.
Refreshment calls, Coors Light answers. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Back here in Milwaukee, the Cubs with a 6-3 lead late. And Gerardo Parra is in for Chris Davis in left. Straight up on your scorecard.
Outstanding defender is Parra.
Kinsler continues on. Cubs will have Caesar, Lopez, and a pinch hitter.
Still trying to talk Rick Renteria into running on an all-rookie lineup this weekend. I don't think it's going to happen.
So Rizzo would not be in the lineup for that to happen. Coughlin wouldn't. Balbuena wouldn't. But as you say,
I can make it happen, right? There's enough guys.
Could do it.
Walt in there at first, the third. Watkins in there. Caesar. Lopez.
Ball 1 to Matt. He has struck out twice and grounded out once. Comeback sinker in there. It's 1-1. So the charge now for the Royals, obviously win the division if they can, but if not, don't get eliminated, a one and done. It's one thing to get back to the playoffs for the first time in almost 3 decades. It's quite another to extend your run beyond 1 day. Line to right. Braun will get over there and make the running catch. One down. It's Lopez now 1 for 3 tonight. Go back to my college days. Marquette was not very good at basketball, but in 1 or 2 years they went to the tournament when I was there. You get all excited. Oh, we're going to the tournament, and then it's like, oh, we're done? I thought this lasted like a month. March Madness.
Tournament will continue, but you fellas are going to have to go home. Right, so that always becomes the challenge this time of year for a manager. How hard do you push to avoid that one-game play-in? Do you save your ace in case you have to play the play-in game, or do you use them on that final day of the season to try to avoid having to play the play-in game?
Aired to left where Parley makes the catch. Ryan Kalish will hit. I think there's a lot of incentive, because basically by winning your division you skip the first round completely. And I think you have to go all out to try to do that.
Yeah, but if you use your ace, say on Sunday, and you lose anyway, now you got a play-in game. Even if you win, now you don't have your ace for the first game of the playoff series.
What would you do?
I don't know. They don't pay me enough. I'm not down there in that dugout. I guess it would depend on the depth of my rotation.
I would play Sunday like it's Monday or Tuesday or whenever that game is.
Yeah,
with my thought being, I'm going to win today. I'm not going to worry about that next.
But if you use your ace, say he's available, say it's his turn. It might not be his turn anyway. Say it's his turn on Sunday.
Right.
He might not be available till game 3 for you, correct?
Right, but if your thought is, well, if you lose Sunday, then you got to go with somebody who's not your best in the wild card game. Well, if your ace lost Sunday, maybe he would have lost Tuesday anyway, and then you're done. At least if you lose that game Sunday, you still have another chance. That's just my thought. Then the idea is, okay, if we win but Detroit loses or whatever, then it gets really tricky.
Yeah. Who do they have?
We don't guarantee it. 6-3.
Since 1971, what's made us different has made us great. We invented low fares and made sure bags fly free. And now our bold new look puts our heart front and center for everyone to see. Others follow the pack, we'll follow our heart. Because at Southwest, bold is in our blood.
Become the world's most powerful fan. Get NFL Sunday Ticket now so you won't miss all these great games kickoff weekend.
RG3 and the Redskins face the Texans and their top draft pick, Jadeveon Clowney. Robert Quinn and the Rams host Adrian Peterson and the Vikings. And the 49ers and Cowboys renew their rivalry in Dallas. Saints at Falcons, Raiders at Jets, Bengals at Ravens. You get every game.
Call 1-800-GET-SPORTS and get NFL Sunday Ticket with every game, every Sunday.
The simple truth is, sometimes life isn't just. Someone crosses over the line. The best laid plans fail, or the sky falls. And lives are changed forever. And people suffer. And when that happens, you might find a system that is not just. That's the reason I began my career. Because even when life isn't just, there can be justice. And everyone deserves justice.
Hi, I'm David Kaplan with a Sportsnet Central update. We're happy to announce 2 new members of our Bears coverage team. Charles Tillman will join us every Monday on Sports Talk Live and Sportsnet Central to give us his unique insight into the club. And on Thursdays, former Bears head coach Dave Wannstedt will help us break down the Bears and preview their upcoming game. They're added to a roster that already contains John Bostic, Lance Briggs, and Jim Miller. Remember, no one covers the Bears as we do here at CSN. Now, back to Miller Park. Len and Big Jim.
Cubs leading 6-3. Out hitting Milwaukee 9-6. Heck, they've even committed more errors, which is not what you want to do. Pedro Strop is on, and everybody's excited, including Bernie Brewer. Well, maybe not that excited. Pedro's been pretty good.
It's one of the rare stadiums with cheerleaders. Baseball stadiums, that is.
Yep.
They have them in Miami, too. It feels weird to me.
Yeah, it doesn't have that baseball feel.
Segura's had a nice night, a home run and a single. Struck out last time.
Milwaukee, by the way, came in at 81-78, so they need a win this weekend to not finish at 500. It's one thing to be in first place all year and not make the playoffs, but then to not even have a winning record. What a collapse!
Yeah, you don't want to be the answer to a trivia question. Right. I mean, their collapse is not an epic collapse like the 64 Phillies. Yeah, they gave away 6 games in the final 12 days of the season or something like that. But they were the lead dog for most of the summer, and at one point had a 6.5 game lead.
One and 2 on Segura. Whipped into the left field corner. He's got his 3rd hit. Homer single and now a double. We bring up Matt Clark as a pinch hitter.
There's the hanger there from Strop. Birds have had base runners all night long. They've had all kinds of opportunities.
So Clark pinch hitting. And late on a fastball.
It was an afterthought.
He made his debut at Wrigley Field on September 2nd. Selected from AAA Nashville that day. 53 games in Nashville. He hit 16 homers. Also had some time at AA in the Mets chain this season. Last year played in Japan after being in the Padres minor league system for several years.
Dad was a big league pitcher, Terry Clark.
Oh, 2.
The 1964 Philadelphia Phillies had a 6.5 game lead over the Cardinals and the Reds with 12 to go. Lost 10 in a row. Ended up 1 back, a tie for second. It's a Phillies club that was managed by Gene Mauch. It was Jim Bunning and Chris Short, I believe he ran out there repeatedly and did warm out.
Clark strikes out. The stroke changeup.
Yeah, having some fun with this. Silver lining, I guess, when you're on a team that's out of contention, you can tinker a little bit in September like you would in spring training.
Down by Lopez. Segura, bottom of your screen, double to lead off the inning. Carlos Gomez, only player in baseball with at least 20 homers and 30 steals this season. Diving stop, Valbuena. Rizzo to cover first. Luis had nowhere to throw the ball. I don't know what happened, but Anthony he didn't go to cover the bag.
They call a balk, maybe.
Oh,
out at second base.
Did he hear balk? Right. Ricky's not real happy right now with the second base umpire, Jeff Nelson. Well, there's no reason for Rizzo not to cover first.
Right, I see it, but if he heard the balk call.
Now it's getting a little heated. I think Ricky was trying to make peace, and when Nelson pointed emphatically, it was kind of like,
you're not supposed to be able to argue a balk. So I think we got some semantics going on here.
There we go.
He turned it up. He's been doing it all the time, and you haven't called him, then you call it. That's the point Ricky's trying to make. Seemed to be a little hesitation there.
So are we assuming there was no balk call?
I'm assuming there was a balk call.
Oh, there was. Yes, so Nelson pointed.
Yeah.
Okay. So the Brewers then took the result of the play. Right? That's the deal with the ball.
Right.
You don't. It doesn't mean to stop.
Play on.
So
Anthony should have still covered
Rizzo
first base.
should have covered first. Yep. So first and third, here's Weeks. Yeah, the balk is not a dead ball situation. We saw Nelson simply point at Strode. And low on Weeks. So let's see. Ricky has been now ejected 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times this year. Second time by Nelson. Bouncer to third. Throw to second for one. Relay late. Weeks will get an RBI. Segura scores on the fielder's choice at 6-4.
Oh, watch how quick Alcantara is on the turn here at second base.
I think he had a prayer, and it was closer than I thought it was going to be.
He is. Saw him on that play earlier on the line drive that he didn't catch, but how quickly he got to his feet. He just has such quick actions, quick feet, quick hands.
So Weeks now at first. Braun. A tying run in a 6-4 ball game in the 8th. pronounced foul.
So Money for Nothing was the top song in 1985.
Yep. I thought that song was earlier than 85. Swing and a miss to end the inning. They get one. It's 6-4.
Chili's $20 dinner for two, featuring fajitas with grilled chicken or new pork carnitas. Share an app and choose 2 delicious entrees, like our new fajitas. It's one of the many options on Chili's $20 dinner for two. More life happens here.
All right, people, we got a big one here. There's an escaped convict out there. He is to be considered armed, dangerous, and depraved.
And in even bigger news, with Net 10 Wireless and Rent-A-Center, everyone can get the best smartphones on the nation's best networks. No long-term contracts, credit checks, or deposits. Is
that true?
Yeah, is that for real?
It's for real. Go to Rent-A-Center and get the latest Samsung smartphones with no long-term contracts, credit checks, or deposits. Net 10 and Rent-A-Center. Better smartphones for everyone.
Heads. Making an important decision?
Well, I want an SUV that I can take camping.
I want something stylish for girls' night out. Well, the RAV4's got a beautiful design and has extra cargo space. So now all you have to decide is which model. Limited. Shall we?
Right now, get 0% APR financing for 60 months on a new 2014 RAV4 or lease RAV4 for just $199 a month.
It all starts at Toyota. Let's go places.
Sweet, spicy, savory. Red Lobster's Endless Shrimp is now the year's largest variety of shrimp flavors, like new wood-grilled sriracha shrimp or Parmesan-crusted shrimp scampi. As much as you like, any way you like. Hurry in and see food differently.